Hi folks, today I have for us a video from LIA where he and Leroy Truth try to pull a same move that he pulled with Sergeant Fahey. But before we start today's video, as always, a big thank you to all of my current and new channel members and subscribers. Without all of your support, I couldn't keep the channel going, so I want to thank you all personally from the bottom of my heart. And a quick word from today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is Aura. We spend more time and more time online. We need to keep our data safe. This is where today's sponsor, Aura, comes in. Aura is an all-in digital security and credit monitoring app. Aura gives you 24-hour monitoring, parental controls, scam call protection, and most importantly, identity protection. And why is that last one important? Some websites and apps ask you to verify your identity by sending in a photo of your ID. A few weeks ago, the app T was hacked, where that information was leaked. But Aura can also remove that data from data brokers who sell your data without you knowing. Take a look for yourself what Aura has done for me. What you're seeing is all the websites that data brokers have sold my data to that I was unaware of. Some of these are pending, and some of these websites, I was like,
what the hell is even that?
Aura is offering you a free 14-day trial that you can cancel at any time by simply clicking my link at aura.com/NCR or scanning the QR. Make sure you keep your data safe by using my link. That's aura.com/NCR or scan my QR code and start today with your free 14-day trial. You can cancel at any time. That's aura.com/NCR for your free 14-day trial. Thank you again to Aura for sponsoring today's video, and don't forget to sign up for your free 14-day trial. It's a great way to put an end to data brokers selling off your data and you get in all those pesky scam calls, and it's a great way to support the channel. With all that being said, let's enjoy today's video.
Here, back again with another video. As you can see, these signs were put up. The no trespassing, authorized personnel only were put up specifically for me.
Right.
And possibly Scalzo Photo. We came here and parked the LED billboard truck right back there. We were able to speak to the commissioner, Ronald Higgins, regarding Sergeant Brian Fahey. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Do you have any comment on the actions of Sergeant Brian Fahey? You don't have any comment, sir? You're looking at him right there. You're part of the command staff. Former Sergeant Brian Fahey. I keep forgetting he ran away like a coward. Now it's a restricted area. You can't go back there. So we're here today at the State Police Headquarters because I want to speak with Colonel Daniel Loffman. I want to get some answers from him, ask him some questions regarding his statement that he put out regarding the Internal Affairs report, full of lies. You know, his statement, Colonel Loffman, said that, oh, this is accurate, unbiased. You know, this is the report you want to look at, the residents of Connecticut.
And nothing you've ever done has been biased, because that is not true. The video you released in July was edited. It did have time skips and cuts out of it. And, well, your narrative ever since has been very biased. It's not been factual. Let's not forget, you actually accused Sergeant Fahey of being a drug dealer without any verification or any proof that it was actually him. Just your word in a report from 1993 in a newspaper with somebody who had the exact same name as Brian Fahey. Maybe not the same middle name, but it was the same first and last. You did not confirm this to be actually Sergeant Brian Fahey. And yet you go off with the narrative that he is a drug dealer. He is a psychopath. You make these biases because you are biased towards Sergeant Fahey. You have a bias towards police. You have a bias towards law enforcement. You've said so. You said that you have a relative who is a cop that you don't like because he's a cop. But do you really want to admit that to your followers, or is that something you like to tell other frauditors to just seem cool?
You want to look at this report because don't take the edited videos and the commentary online that has no context. Colonel Loffman definitely put context in there, but it was false context, inaccurate context, and he definitely didn't want to tell the truth. My cameraman did not have a mask or a hood on. There weren't any no trespassing signs. But again, they want to deceive you. In reality, there were no trespassing signs. Mr. Ray has edited them out of his video. I'm playing tricks on you. Your eyes are on, you're deceiving you. I've released the unedited video already. There aren't any no trespassing signs. It's a complete lie by Colonel Loffman and his internal affairs investigators.
Shenanigans.
Na 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 na.
Shenanigans.
Na 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 na.
And we're calling shenanigans, folks, due to the fact that Sean is being misleading. There was a sign that we could not see properly. All we saw was the pole and the edge of it. It could have been a no trespassing sign. However, there were the private road signs. No dead end, no turns. The private road sign can be considered a no trespassing sign because Sean did not have permission to enter on the property from Brian Fahey or the other homeowner on that same property. Just because he wasn't in a vehicle does not mean he can still go on there. He did not have implied consent to do so. And the fact that he spun in the narrative of, oh, well, there was nothing saying that I couldn't, is just a false narrative of his. Let's not forget, he's been milking this thing for as much as he can. And, well, Sean has a bias, he has a false narrative. He's been putting out the narrative that Brian Fahey is stealing money, he is trying to do all these evil things, but yet, when the push comes to shove for proof, it's his word or you're just a bootlicker. If Sean is truly a journalist like he claims to be, why doesn't he show us the proof when we're asking for it? It's because there is no proof. It's just his narrative.
And he co-signed it as the commanding officer of the Connecticut State Police as gospel. And unfortunately, the residents, and I've had a few residents contact me saying, what's going on, Sean? Your cameraman had a mask and a hood on. You edited out the no trespassing signs. What are you doing? And again, because they think that he's going to tell them the truth, Colonel Loffman in his Internal Affairs Division. But that's not the case. That's not what happened. He's trying to deceive you. He's trying to twist reality, create some sort of alternate reality where I am the criminal and former Sergeant Fahey is the victim.
Sean wants to say that Sergeant Fahey isn't a victim. That's funny, seeing as Sean is actually wrong yet again. Because, guess what? Sergeant Fahey is a victim of Sean's online continuing pursuit of this vendetta or this biased agenda he has. What do I mean? It has been confirmed by multiple sources that Sergeant Fahey and his family have received death threats from Sean's followers online. Phone calls, emails, letters, saying that they would do harm to Sergeant Fahey or to his family. He is also a victim due to Sean trespassing onto his property, putting his family in fear. He is a victim of Sean's malice attempt to try to get a confrontation out of him for viral views and clicks. If Sean was to say that Fahey is not a victim, then he's misleading everybody. This is him spreading more misinformation and more of a biased agenda towards Fahey and the Connecticut State Troopers and all law enforcement because he is the only pillar of truth amongst all these cops, which is a false narrative.
And we all know that that is not the case. So we want to get some comment from him. You know, people have problems with me showing up and knocking on someone's door peacefully to ask questions. So I figured let's try here first. Let's try the Connecticut State Police headquarters where he is currently working. So let's see if we can get some comment from him. I changed my cameraman. My cameraman is no longer the individual who helped me out. He is terrified. He's in therapy. Unfortunately, this scenario with Sergeant Fahey really traumatized him. So I'm here with Leroy Truth.
Yes, sir. Working out.
Hey, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you?
So I wanted to speak to, as you can see, I'm an investigative journalist.
You're not even a real journalism. That's right.
Okay.
I wanted to speak to Colonel Loffman, see if he had any time to speak to me.
I'll
if you can call his office, just because I wanted in regard to his press release that he put out regarding the internal affairs report surrounding the Sergeant Fahey incident. I just had a couple questions for him regarding that press release he put out.
I'll give him a call.
Yeah. All right, sure. Thank you. Even this state police officer knows when I said I'd like to speak to Colonel Loffman, his face was like, What do you mean? You want to speak to the boss? To the commanding officer of the Connecticut? Yeah.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
A public servant. Yeah, I spoke to the governor. Why can't I speak to the commanding officer of the state police? I don't get it. It should be an easy process. All I would need was literally 5 minutes of his time. I want to ask him about his statement. We will see if Colonel Daniel Loffman has the guts to come out and speak to us. Just a conversation. Again, we're here at Connecticut State Police headquarters. This is where he works. But if he does choose to ignore me and ignore questions from the public, a journalist, I'm the bad person for going to his residence and knocking on his door to get answers. That's what journalists have been doing for decades.
Yes, journalists have done that for decades. However, journalists also don't break the law. Journalists don't make the story about themselves. They make the story about the story, the source material of the story. They don't do anything that would provoke a confrontation. They don't do anything that would be misleading. They wouldn't show a bias. I think Sean really needs to take a look at the three main pillars of journalism. He really needs to read the handbooks of the ethics and standards of journalism. Because what Sean does not count as journalism. It's just him being a YouTuber. He didn't have applied consent to go to Sergeant Fahey's property. And it doesn't matter if he is a journalist or a solicitor trying to sell something. If you don't have permission, you can't be on the property.
So especially when I'm trying right here, right now, in good faith, at a public building where he's working, getting paid tax dollars to serve the people. So we'll see what he does.
So no one's answering at his office. Do you want to leave some contact information, and I'll have him make sure they reach out and get in contact with you?
I've sent him emails. He has my contact information.
Okay.
My name is Sean Paul Reyes. I've sent him some contact information regarding, that was my first step, sending him an email trying to get some answers.
Understood.
Well, he's not in. And he already has your contact information. They could just leave a message for him to call you. I guess that's the end of this. Or is it? No, because Sean is going to pull a Brian Fahey move here and go back to the Connecticut State Troopers Colonel's house. So let's jump ahead to when he does that.
And he's deceiving the residents of Connecticut, and we need to know why. So wait until later in the day to see. Hopefully he's home at this time. Again, they make up a lot of rules here, and they make up a lot of things. So Leroy, can you please just pan this area
Yes.
and be on the lookout for any
All right. We have one sign that says
passing signs?
pesticide application. So,
Pesticide application.
and here,
Nothing else that seems to be here.
I'm going to scan very slowly this whole way.
Get every single angle you can, Leroy. It's very important.
Right.
I mean, some people said, why did you walk on this grass? So this time, I'm still going to walk on the grass because it's the direct route to get to the door. This grass isn't so nice, so I don't think he would mind.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
But just be on the lookout, Leroy. What's that over here? Looks like a volleyball net.
Yep, volleyball net over there. I don't see any no trespassing signs whatsoever.
And we also have our press pass.
And is this a new tactic from frauditors, thinking that just because they have themselves a press pass, that would make them immune from prosecution? Because you're still going on to somebody's property. Yes, there are no trespassing signs present. However, they go onto his property. He is well within his authority to tell them to leave. At this point, they do have implied consent to be on the property. Even though Sean may know that this could end into a confrontation where he could be arrested again and Leroy Truth could be arrested, they go with the press pass notion, thinking that it's a shield, a defense against being arrested. Well, it may and may not work for them. It's a case-by-case basis on this one, since it hasn't really been properly concerned with the type of quote-unquote journalism that frauditors do. Could a press pass in this case actually be a shield? Let me know in the comments section what you think. My personal opinion is it's just a way for them to try to cover their ass and avoid prosecution or other civil matters.
get off immediately. Build a distance here. Don't want anybody to think that we're a threat to them in any way. Last time I knocked on a Connecticut State trooper's door, I was spat in the face.
Oh, but baby.
Pulled a gun on me, threatened me, pushed me. Hopefully this goes a lot smoother.
A few minutes later.
Him regarding his disgraceful statement saying that I deceived the people of Connecticut and the people around the world, which I clearly didn't. I did not deceive anyone. I showed you all in my latest live stream, my unedited video. There was clearly no trespassing signage anywhere on the property. Daniel Loffman, Colonel Daniel Loffman, said that I edited it out of my video to deceive you. He's making up alternate realities, ladies and gentlemen, where signs exist in order to prosecute me. Voyeurism, things of that nature. We want to keep the camera away from looking inside any windows. That's why the camera's pointed to me. That's all.
And yet, you're still there on his property. You know, there's so much to break down from that statement he made. He's saying that, everyone's saying that he was deceiving people, that there was no trespassing signs. Well, apparently there were no trespassing signs on the property. And if you want to count the private road signs, which would still establish that Sean did not have permission to be on that driveway, because it's a private roadway, a private driveway, that would count as the trespassing act which he was charged with. The voyeurism you're trying to say is that you're not pointing the camera towards any windows. Well, why are you standing in the sight line of the window still? I mean, there's plenty of angles you could stand. You could stand toward facing the roadway and have Leroy record you that way. That way, you're filming the roadway. You're not filming anything else. You could have him film you standing in front of the woodland area. Again, you wouldn't be filming anywhere near his house because, again, he has an expectation of privacy on his property and at his home.
Not our intention here. We have no malice towards the Colonel. We're disappointed.
You're lying.
We are disappointed with his behavior, with his lies, with his deceit. It's horrible what he's doing. It's horrible what he's doing. He needs to be held accountable. And he needs to answer these questions. Again, we've tried email. We've tried going to the Connecticut State Police headquarters. He won't talk to us because he's a coward, but he'll release a press release that says, oh, don't believe all the bias you hear online, all the lies and, you know, the edited videos. Believe us. Believe us. His cameraman had a hood and a mask. Believe us. There was no trespassing sign. Don't believe your very eyes. Believe us. And this is why nobody wants to believe them. So no one's answering the door.
Well, there is a bias coming from the supporters of Sean Paul Reyes. You have people like, you know, Garden State Accountability. You have people like We the People News. We have John Felix. We have Leroy Truth. We have Full Court Press. We have all of these people spreading the same story that you did nothing wrong, even though you did break the law. You trespassed onto his property without permission. You didn't have permission to film on his property, and you filmed on his property. You knew a confrontation would occur, knowing your past with Sergeant Fahey. If you went to his property, you caused a breach of the peace. You can spin this as much as you want. You are the one who caused all of this to happen. Now, let's see something funny here, because, well, Sean meets the one thing he's more scared of than going back to jail.
5 years to
Dogs are
life.
going crazy.
It's a bear. Holy shit.
Oh,
5 years to
dogs are
life.
going crazy.
It's a bear. Holy shit. fucking coming after us, man. Don't run.
I think the fuck not, you trick ass bitch. Or is it your...
Don't run. Going the other way.
Stop coming, stop coming.
No. I lost sight of it. It's going on the Loffman's lawn. It's trespassing. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, that was a big ass bear.
Actually, it's quite small for a black bear from the way it appears. A black bear is about 5 to 6 feet tall when it's on its hind legs, about 40 inches from shoulder to its height. Now, the Kodiak bear, or polar bear, is actually the largest species of bear in North America, reaching heights of 10 feet. The second biggest would be the grizzly bear, or brown bear. Now, backing away slowly is one of the most common things to do when it comes to dealing with any bear encounter. However, black bears are more afraid of humans than we are of them, and a lot of activists and wilderness survivalists tell you to do the following things when you encounter a black bear. Because black bears do not see humans as prey, they tell you to make yourself look as big as possible. Make noise so it can identify you not as prey but as a human, something that they are afraid of. They're more shy and afraid of humans than the other two bear species I have listed. Making noise to help scare it away would be the best thing to do. You're at a good distance, so it can see that you are not prey, but the more you act timid and afraid, you are showing that you could be a prey item for the bear, even though you are human, and well, let's just see what happens next.
Dude.
That was a big ass bear. Dude. And you know what I've been watching for videos lately? Bear attacks and how to prevent them.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
I literally have been watching bear attacks.
Zoom in on that thing?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Loffman ordered that bear. I'll bet it's animatronic.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Listen, I will deal with a crazy, unhinged Sergeant Brian Fahey any day of the week. I am not dealing with a black bear. There is no way.
Oh my God.
So let me get this straight. You're less afraid of what looks to be a adolescent young black bear. It's probably about maybe 4 or 5 feet tall at most, and is at a very significant distance away from you. You know, Leroy's been watching these bear attack videos. Shouldn't he be doing what the expert's telling you to do and making yourself look larger and making a lot of noise so it knows that you are not a prey item but a possible threat to it? I have to wonder. I mean, Sean, are you scared of Yogi Bear? Are you scared of those little Teddy graham crackers? Because, let's be honest, you have a distance on that bear. It's not going to come at you. It didn't see you as any form of a prey item or a threat. It just ignored you. But no, you're less afraid of messing with somebody who has the cognitive function and the Second Amendment right to defend itself over a bear that is ignoring you. Big man. Tough talk right there.
Oh man, you know, you guys say a lot of the times that, you know, Sean, you know, you got courage, man. You're not scared. Hey, nature, not gonna happen. That was scary.
That was
absolutely terrifying.
That was a big bear, and we're standing there, and as you saw,
Hey, sir, how are you?
I turned around and said, hey, there's a bear.
Oh, man.
That was a big bear.
Hey,
everything that guy just says is bullshit. Thank you.
sir, just be careful. Be mindful. There's a bear out here.
There's a big giant bear in one of the houses at the end of the cul-de-sac, sir.
No one here at the fence.
No.
You really think they're pet bear?
I was looking to see that car.
All right. It looks like nobody really cares that the bear is there.
No.
Anyway, that was interesting. I mean, did the Colonel Daniel Loffman, the head of the Connecticut State Police, send the bear? Who knows? But
are you stupid or something?
Oh,
our time,
it's still there.
Yeah, it is still there. And our time here is over.
And they walk fast.
Oh yeah, no, and they could outrun
Yeah,
any
anyone.
human.
They could go, I think, 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, I think like 35.
I have literally been watching bear attack videos over the last week. Numerous.
And we're going to end it here, folks. The rest of the video continues on where Sean is telling us how terrified he was of that black bear that paid him no mind, that didn't even see him as a threat or even think of him as food. But yet, he's not afraid to deal with law enforcement and go to jail. But yet, he's deathly afraid of a bear that was ignoring him. Make sure there's no honey bear standing on your next dining room table, because you might be scared of that next, Sean. So if you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. Don't forget to check out my second channel, the podcast, and don't forget to sign up for your free 14-day trial of Aura. With all that being said, be well, be safe, and I'll see you guys next time. And a special thank you to all members of the news team. Without all of your support, I couldn't keep the channel going. So I want to thank you all personally from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean the world to me, and I can never thank you enough.